Hi. Hey, crafters. I want to show you something real quick before we get started. You ready for this? Um, can you guys see that? I've got one camera here. This is the camera I normally film on. And then this is my new camera here, and I'm trying it out to see how well it does. It's not sitting up high enough, or I'm sitting up too tall today. So, I got two cameras going. Alright. Today is Wednesday, January 18th. We are still doing our Great Yarn Purge of 2023. I've already done part 1, 2, 3. I have no idea what part this is. It could be 4, 5, or 6. I don't know. So for now, I'm going to do something really simple. I have an empty bin right here, okay? And I'm going to repurpose it. This bin itself, with these flaps, bought these at Walmart like 20 years ago, and they've been with me for a long time, and they've done a lot of things, and I love them. So, since it's empty, what I'm going to do is take all of the stuff in this long underbed storage bin, because it's long and it's shallow. And I don't like the size and shape of the bin itself. It frustrates me to no end. But it's full of my Karen Simply Soft squares. I have my corner-to-corner squares, my granny squares. My traditional granny squares are in there. And my solid granny squares. So these are all need to be assembled and put together. So there are project that needs to go on a project pile. But I don't like the size and shape of this bin, so I'm putting them all in the other bin. And if you see my eyes going that way, it's just because I'm just looking at that camera to see what it's doing. To see how good of a job it's doing. So even though this is my Great Yarn Purge, I am also trying to get all of my blanket projects in one pile, because they've been all over the house too. Because once we're done with the Great Yarn Purge, we're going to be working on that project pile. After we take a small break, take a little bit of time off. Aren't they awesome? Oh, these are going to look so good when I finally get around to putting them together. But for now, let's just get them in a bin that's a little easier to move around and a little easier to stack up. So, how are you guys doing? Are any of you purging along with me? And if you are, is it hard? Is it easy? Let me know down in the comments below. Okay? And if it's getting too hard for you, maybe we can find some encouragement for you. Because I started this on Saturday and today is Wednesday. I'm feeling way better about all of it. Once it's out of the house and it's either been thrown away or donated, I have a little bit of regret and a little bit of guilt because I let it pile up and get so bad over the years. And then a day or two later, I feel better. I feel good. I feel fine. I don't know if fine's the right word. But I can breathe now in my house. And my stress level is going down a little bit. Which, if you guys have seen the way I do my videos, you know the rest of my house needs a little bit of work too, and not just in the yarn category. But don't be looking at my bookcases, because those, I will never get rid of a book in my life. I love my books. I love books more than I love yarn. So there we go. This bin is empty, and I think I'm finally going to let this bin go and donate it, because the size and the shape of it does not make me happy. Alright, let's take you off the tripod and show you. So, empty bin. I'm going to clean it out and stick it in the car to donate it. All the stuff that was in there has been relocated to here, so it's easier for me to walk around with this bin. I'm going to go put this in my project pile. Which my project pile is all the way on the other side of the room. Yep. I'll be right back. Okay. Next, I'm working on this clothes basket right here. Okay? Clothes baskets are easy to move around, but because they have holes in the sides so your clothes can breathe, and they're open on the top without any lids, they're not really good for yarn storage. Oh yeah, I gotta lift that camera up a little more. My camera sitting next to you is cutting off my head. So it's not really good for yarn storage. So what I've got sitting on top, look at this. How pretty that is. Granny squares, because I had leftover yarn from a project, and I made granny squares out of it. The yarn is from Karen Simply Soft, but it's not their number 4 medium weight, it's their number 3 lightweight, and it's got this little bit of a ridged texture to it. Now unfortunately they discontinued this yarn, and they'd been making it for, I don't know, 2 decades at least before I came to it, but I absolutely love it. I'm going to hit the internet and see if I can find some more. This is so beautiful, and the texture is awesome, but they discontinued it right when I found it, and I didn't buy enough of it before it disappeared. So here is a multicolored granny square using the leftovers, which leaves a lot of yarn tails, and I didn't take care of them yet. And another multicolored square. Okay. Now I have a blanket that I used all of this Karen Simply Soft lightweight yarn on. I did the pattern of Feather and Fan, so that is over in my project pile. So these are the leftovers. So this does not get donated. It does not get thrown away. It actually goes to the project pile, to the original blanket. Sorry, it's all tangled. Some green. I love the green. So more of the antique white and the pink. So these are my leftovers. These are squares. I'm going to go put these in my project pile. Okay, I will be right back. How many times have I told you guys I've had a cup of tea and I feel better and I'm ready to start my day? This is my cup. I bought this at the thrift store for $1. It's Halloween. Yeah, I know. But it is the perfect size cup. It holds 2 cups of water. It's got a squared handle. It's perfect for my hand. It's January and I still use my Halloween cup. And it's got hot tea in there. Because a hot cup of tea helps me relax, helps me calm down. So, what's next in this clothes basket? Now, please, it's going to happen anyway. Somebody's going to come at me in the comments about throwing things away. I have to. For my mental health and my sanity, I have to throw some things away. These are hundreds of little black granny squares. I was working on a project for somebody. We had a falling out. The project got pushed off to the side. It has moved around from spot to spot to spot in my house. It has a lot of negative emotions for me. Bad emotions. And I don't want it in my house anymore. Now I know my mom, she helped me out with making these squares. I don't want them, and I will apologize profusely to my mom. I am throwing these black squares away. Even though there are hundreds of them, I am throwing them away. Even though my mom helped me with it, I'm throwing them away, and it is okay. They do not make me happy. They have bad feelings associated with them because of the person I had a falling out with. And I'm just getting rid of all of them. Okay? Today is Wednesday, and it is trash night in my neighborhood, so they are going to go straight out to the garbage cans. As soon as I get done putting them in a bag. Because there are a whole bunch. See that? And you know what? I'm not going to feel bad about this. Because it's my house. It's my mental health. And I got to do what's best for me and what's best for my family. So, to all you people in the comments, I don't want to hear it. I mean, I'll hear it anyway because you're going to put the comments down there anyway. And I will just not publish them. Because I have control over all the comments. And those of you who leave awesome comments, thank you so much. I love you guys. You've been such a help. So that's 3 bags of squares that I am going to go stick outside in the garbage. What I am keeping out of this is all these little yellow squares. Because I'm going to mix these with my sample squares that I have in my sample bin. Okay? I'm going to make a blanket out of this. And yellow is such a happy color. I love this. I have a whole bag full of yellow squares. They're 2 round granny squares. And they're awesome. And yellow is an awesome color. It's a happy color. So, this whole bag gets to go in my project pile. And then this is the yarn for it, which is Red Heart with Love. I will take the yarn out of this bag, put the yarn on my shelf, put the squares in my project pile. So that empties that clothes basket right there. And I'm going to donate that too, because I don't need the clothes basket. Wow, look at that sunlight. Alright, so I'm going to turn my cameras off for a few minutes and put this stuff where it needs to go. Alright, I have more room on my floor and I'll show that to you when I'm done. Okay, so, but I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I am so sorry for the lighting. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. I got a lot of sunlight coming through that window, but I've got no natural light coming this way. So I'm actually going to take you guys off the tripod. Let's go sit on the floor because we're going to do the next really long shallow bin because this one should be easy enough to do. Okay? Alright, let's go. Alright, this one's simple enough. This is a sample that I made. That's my basket that I'm keeping all the samples in. Okay, so it goes in there. More samples in there. And this one. Tunisian crochet that I was working on. So, I have a spot for all of my samples to go. Yep, that one. Crocheted square that has a heart on it. Haha. And not that. This goes to a project. These are notes and labels, and this is my pile of notes and labels. There we go. This is my scarf that I still need to weave in the tail ends, and I'm actually undecided whether or not I want to put a border on it. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments below. Does my scarf look okay with just the way it is, or does it need a border? Okay, and then here's a blanket that still needs to be finished. And I finally found the ball of yarn that goes with it in a bin. Here we go. This yarn goes with this blanket. So I'll put the yarn up on my yarn shelf and I'll take the blanket and put it in my project pile. And I will get back to you guys in a minute. Alright, so there's another empty bin. Let's go put this in the pile of empty bins. It's going to go right there with the other one. Alright, so here's my project pile. These are all the blankets that I still need to do videos for. And there's a lot of them. And I've added this and this to the pile. So this is empty. And these are empty. I've got an empty bin here. 2 empty bins here. And this is projects too, but they're the projects that are small and have squares and pieces to them. So there we go. My pile of notes. My pile of samples. And this bin here is full of yarn to be donated. And I still have this bin and this bin to go through. So I am almost done. Look at that. Look at that floor space. Whoops. Look, I finally got my floor back. Now I can get the vacuum out. And my couch, looking good. Alright, crafters, I am going to call that quits for today. I'm feeling really good about it. I should be able to get another bin full of yarn completely donated, and I'm so close, okay? I am so close to being done. I do have one big bin of yarn that I never did a video on of what's in the yarn bin, so I'm going to add that in to my purging, and we'll just go through it then. So thank you guys for being here. This is the end of part, I don't know, 5, 6, I don't know. My future self will let you know what part this is. And we're getting there. Alright, almost done. So I will see you guys down in the comments below, and tomorrow's video, hopefully we will be finishing this up and be done with the Great Yarn Purge of 2023. Alright, so I will see you guys later. Bye.